everyone, good morning. So today is my first day of the school year and I know it's so early, but my school started 2 weeks earlier because we'll get a longer fall break and a longer spring break. So kind of like a year-round school, but it doesn't really feel year-round, but technically it is. So yeah, I cannot believe today's the first day. So I figured we'd sit down and get ready for it together. And today's video is in partnership with Dossier, and if you haven't heard me talk about Dossier before, they are designer cult favorite scents but at a fraction of the cost. So instead of paying full price for your favorite designer perfume, you get to choose from so many different fragrances that are on Dossier and choose the one that you like but at a fraction of the cost, which is so nice. So either there's a favorite scent that you've had in mind, you tried it for a long time and you ran out but you don't want to pay that full price, you can get that same scent from Dossier. And maybe you've heard of a scent but you don't want to pay full price for it without trying it out and wear it for a while. You can go on Dossier and scroll through their website, pick whichever fragrances you like, even take a quiz and try out which scent will be great for you. So the way it works, once you choose your scent, you'll get this box like this in the mail, and it'll have a card that tells you all the information about your fragrance that you chose, so the fragrance that it's inspired by and all the notes and everything, which is really cool. And then you'll get your fragrance, and they are beautiful bottles and look like this. And personally, what I love about Dossier is that you can, after you get it sent to you, and if you don't like the scent, you can return it with no additional charge to you, which is really great, and I love that. And they also have cologne, so if you don't know what to get a guy in your life as a gift, you can do that. My brother and dad have them and love them. So yeah, very excited about that. And if you're interested in trying them out for yourself, I do have a discount code with them. It's Amanda5 for 5% off your order. And yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Right, I'm gonna put my hair clips on. It's exactly 5:30 right now. It's just so early. Like right now, I feel like I've never been more tired talking to you guys in a vlog. But our school does start a lot earlier this year. As you guys know, I moved schools, but we're starting earlier. I'm actually super excited about it. I've gotten a lot of questions asking how I feel, what are my thoughts on it, and I actually think I'll love it because we still get 8 weeks of summer. So instead of 10-week summer, it's only cut down 2 weeks. And a lot of teachers in the summer are like, okay, once you've traveled, you've done all your relaxing, you're like, okay, I want to get back in a routine, which is nice because I think we need more breaks during the school year. Like during the school year, it's so hard and you're just so exhausted. So having a longer break during the school year I think is going to be so nice. And then there's more opportunities to travel, so you don't only have to travel during the summer, which is great. Like me personally, I've mentioned before, but I'm going to Germany for fall break, which is great because you could spend a week on your vacation or your trip, and then you can spend the other week relaxing, resting, and recharging, which is so great because it was always hard to do both of those in a week. It's like you want to do something and travel, and then you're like, okay, but I need a time to just relax and recharge before going back. So I think it's gonna be so great. What I will say too, it is so crazy to me that I'm starting my second year of teaching. It's so wild. But that being said, I feel so much more relaxed and confident going into this year. And I'm just like thinking back to my first year self. Like I really want to like rewatch my video of my first week last year. I just remember being so overwhelmed and stressed. Granted, the day hasn't started yet, but I have heard so much about like, you know, it was expected that my first year was going to be really hard. Everyone says your first year is the hardest, but I never anticipating it being as hard as it actually was. And that was super overwhelming for me. So I think just with the combination of moving to a new school and being a second year teacher, it is like night and day, like how I feel. It is crazy. And again, I will update you. I will make a whole separate video about my first week because the day hasn't started. And I remember last year also feeling like super excited, and then once the year started, I broke down. So we'll see. I'll definitely keep updates, but as of now, how I'm feeling now is just so much more prepared, so much more confident. I'm just like, I'm not trying to think about next week because next week we're actually starting our curriculum, and then this week is just like getting to know you activities, community building, going over procedures, all those things. So with that being said, I'm like not trying to think there yet because there's still a lot to learn and just make sure I'm teaching everything correctly. So I'm just focusing on this week first, and with that, I'm like, okay, I think I feel confident in what I'm doing now. I just like know I'm changing so many things that I did last year. I went into the year thinking I was so confident when it came to my classroom management, and always like it was not great. And I'm sure every first year teacher or every veteran teacher could go back and look at their first year and be like, what was I doing? I literally have learned so much. So of course, like, you're gonna grow and continue to learn and get better at your skills and stuff, but I'm like, okay, I want to change so many things that I did, that way things don't get slide. And it's hard when you're a first year teacher to even know what to expect, especially since everything I went through was unexpected. It was so different and it was hard to like catch my breath. But now that I'm like, okay, now I know a little bit more what to expect, I am so much more confident. I'm like, okay, now I know how to handle this. Now I know how to approach if this happens. And now I'm like, okay, I now know that I need to be a lot more confident in the classroom, and I will be. So I don't know, I'm feeling really, really good about it. And the schedule with getting out earlier. So yeah, I think that'll also be a really nice change, because my old school used to get out at 4. So by the time we left, like, I was home. It was even nice getting home like by 5, but in the beginning of the year I was getting home at like 6, 7. So I'm like super excited that we get out at 3 and can actually be home by no later than 5, and actually aim to be home by 4 every day. Like, that will be so nice. So I'm very excited about that. I'm hoping this year goes well. I'm very hopeful about it, very optimistic. I'm just excited right now. So I hope it stays that way. I really, really hope so. And also, if you want to see a whole separate video, I will show you guys my outfit and everything, and kind of update you and take you through my first week of my second year teaching. Go ahead over to my other video. I will post another video. It might be out yet, might not be, but it's my first week of school, so watch that. And thank you all so much for watching today's video and getting ready with me for my first day of school of my second year teaching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye guys.